It's 10 o'clock, so you know where your children are, and it's now for the Peter Channel 10 o'clock news on this late Tuesday night, June 30th, 2020. It's 10 o'clock, and the mountain temperature is 68 degrees. Top stories on the Peter Channel 10 o'clock news on this late Tuesday night is Dr. Anthony Fauci says U.S. coronavirus outbreak is going to be very disturbing, could top 100,000 new cases a day. Governor signed historic bill to remove Confederate symbol from Mississippi flag. Newsom warns of more coronavirus restrictions ahead of July 4th in California. Anthony Fauci confirms Joe Biden's central attacking against Trump. Trump's allies push him to embrace masks. New York judge temporarily halts Trump's niece from publishing until all. Unidentified remains found in search for missing soldier, Vanessa Gillen. How anti-abortion activists are reacting to the Supreme Court's latest unquestioned decision. Atlanta police officer charged in death of Rayshard Brooks granted bond. Lori Vallow faces more charges after her children's bodies were found. China condemned over new Hong Kong security law. Representative Kinsler explains why questions of Trump being briefed on Russia butting the irresolute. Questions at the reset button for Gideon, but questions of legitimacy linger over his long-term rule. Pompeo pushes Iran arms embargo at UN. Richard says U.S. knee on Iran's neck. Anyone outside of the Northeast coming to Massachusetts should quarantine for 2 weeks. Cambridge Whole Foods workers escalate pressure to allow Black Lives Matter masks. Boston schools appoint new chief of safety services. As June winds down, the southwest monsoon is in full force across India, and the rainfall totals are climbing at staggering levels as rising floodwaters of leaves, flowers, and stranded. SpaceX launches next generation GPS satellite from Florida. Vatican probes upkeep offices of St. Peter's Basilica. Airbus still shocks 15,000 jobs amid pandemic. Large financial transfers between a Russian intelligence agency and a bank account linked to the Taliban were evidence of the alleged scheme in which Russia sent to kill U.S. soldiers. FCC designates ZTE as national security threats. 75-year-old protester pushed down by Buffalo, New York police, released from hospital. Mississippi Governor Reeves signs bill stripping Confederate emblem from flag. National Park Service officials announced Thursday they discovered the body of Matthew Bunker, one of 3 actors who had gone missing at Mount Rainier National Park in Washington within a week. A majority of Americans who are diagnosed with COVID-19 don't know who passed the virus to them, 2 new government reports show. Lori Vallow was charged with conspiracy to commit destruction, alteration, and concealment of evidence of the deaths of children, Justice J.J. Vallow and Charlie Rang. The Space Force will be composed of 3 field commands, with many of the Air Force existing space acquisitions organizations being moved in the newly created Space System Command that service announced on Tuesday. Elon Musk SpaceX launched the U.S. Space Force's next generation navigation satellite by the Global Position System from Florida on Tuesday. The COVID-19 outbreak in the U.S. will continue to get worse before it gets better, but the situation might improve as clinic is getting better and how to tweet about until there's a vaccine and a cure. Vaccine or a cure. Airbus has cut 15,000 jobs. Adidas executive described racism discussion as noise is stepping down. SpaceX successfully launches GPS-3 space vehicle on behalf of the U.S. Space Force. NASA's new next mission is will burn your half of it. Launch window. NASA astronaut Chris Cassidy set for the next spacewalk date to lose the mirror in space. Protests probably didn't lead to good aspects, but it's hard to know for sure. Dr. Anthony Fauci says new virus in China is traits of 2009, swine flu, and 1918 pandemic flu. Serious coronavirus conditions in 285 U.S. children. And top CDC official gives grim assessment on coronavirus containment. Peter News time, 10:04. Taking a look at the local Local news, Attenborough man faces charge that he beat girlfriend, threatened her with a gun. Attenborough's big bid for 2020 is the NEA gives library $15,000 grant. Zero COVID-19 deaths reported in the state, none in Attenborough since June 19th. Heading into the 4th of July weekend, gasoline prices still look favorable for drivers and travelers despite rises in the past several weeks. Amazon opened a new delivery station that will create jobs. Former selectman Richard Chival wins seat back in the Raynham town election. Police recently call reported there was a body floating in the pond on Tuesday afternoon. Detectives are actively investigating the circumstances surrounding the person's death. Rangers want mascot rated. Slammed as extremely officials seek to save or drop the high school's Native American symbol. Peter Joel News Time, 10:06 time now for Sports Court. Cam Newton and the Patriots. Whatever his injuries, why did another team sign him? How will Patriot offense look? Quarterback Julie Graham, the ESPN's number 6 prospect, commits to North Carolina. 2020 minor league season canceling. Dan Hooker shares heartbreaking photo with his daughter during mandatory quarantine. Peter Children's time is 10:06 on this late Tuesday night, and it's time now for Peter Channel traffic and transit check. Beep! On the MBTA subway system looking good. Commuter rail and the Thursday are looking good. Okay. Taking a look at the highways and byways in New England, 295, a little bit toll between 146 Lincoln on at 95 and Attleboro, 95 at the stop on South Side, 295 in Attleboro, 91 northbound, 91 southbound Old Side, 84 Hartford Connecticut, and 84 west, Route 2 westbound side, a little bit slow on East Hartford Connecticut. Merritt Parkway, both ends on the Bridgeport stretch, and 295, both ends along the Port Main stretch, and Main Tobacco Lows on Cleary Main, and 93 northbound side Lows on Gong Electric, and 89 southbound side Lows on 202 in Bone Rapture, and 91 southbound side Lows on Hanover, I'm sure. And now, looking at the weather at 10:07, Petrobras up to 2 a.m. Mount West, Coast got 63 degrees, light of wind as we look at the radar shows. Moderate winds, rain, been around Amherst, Massachusetts, and curving down in southeast of Vermont and down to 7 in central Portland up to western Maine. And raining around Hyannis, and then around Taunton, and then around Providence, and then around Ann Arbor, and then around the 495 belt from Wentham all the way down to Westboro. Wednesday, check the shot before noon, and check the shot and thunderstorm between noon and 2 p.m. and Charles Hawks possibly a thunderstorm. After 2 p.m., Petrobras before 8 a.m. on West Cloud skies high about 76 degrees, calm and chest with 30% new Vermont between the 10 point and the bottom possible thunderstorms for Wednesday. Check the showers and thunderstorms mainly before 11 p.m. Most skies for 62 degrees, top about 5 miles an hour, coming in the evening, chest with 40%. No Vermont less than 10 minutes, possible thunderstorms for Thursday, slight check the showers between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. Then a slight change of showers and thunderstorms after 1 p.m. Part to south with 84 degrees. Calm wind chance of 20% Thursday night. Part to south with 66 degrees. Light south wind for Friday. Change of showers thunderstorms possible at 1 p.m. Part to south got 78 degrees. North for about 3 to 6 miles an hour. Gust as high as 20 miles an hour. Just 30%. Friday night. Change of showers both skies with 61 degrees. Light northeast wind chance of 40% for Independence Day. Change of showers before 11 a.m. Part to south got 74 low. 59 degrees. Light northeast wind chance of 30% for Sunday. Most of the south coming 83 low, 63 degrees coming to the south around 3 to 5 miles an hour. And afternoon for Monday, check the charts and thunderstorms. Most of the south coming 85 low, 65 degrees southwest by 3 to 5 miles an hour. Check to 40%. And Tuesday, check the charts. Part the south at 85 degrees and light west wind check to 30%. Currently in Lawton, it's like raining 67 degrees. That's me for the Peter Show. 10 o'clock news on this late Tuesday night, June 30, 2020. I'm viewers of you. Have a good night. We'll be glad to say, stay safe, be positive, be healthy, be well. We'll see you tomorrow morning. More for it. Be have a good night.